So we are here live at police headquarters, and it looks like police are just about ready to start this news conference here at 5 o'clock, talking about the disappearance of Amari Nicholson. Let's listen in.
And I'm a lieutenant with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Are you all ready? Okay. As you know, this case started out as a missing persons investigation. And unfortunately, I'm here to tell you today that it is now a homicide. On May 5th, 2-year-old Amari Nicholson was reported missing from the Emerald Suites on Paradise and Twain. During the course of the investigation, it became clear that the circumstances were suspicious. We brought all of the resources of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department to this investigation, including the homicide section. As the investigation progressed, it became very clear to us that Terrell Rhodes was our primary suspect. I'm here to tell you today that Terrell Rhodes has been booked for the murder of Amari Nicholson. There will be additional charges, however. While the arrest was taking place, Terrell Rhodes chose to fight with police officers, and during the course of that fight was briefly able to retrieve an officer's firearm. That incident was quickly de-escalated, and Rhodes was transported to the Clark County Detention Center and booked accordingly. I know you have questions. This is an active and ongoing investigation. We are still asking the public that if you have any information regarding Amari Nicholson's murder, to please contact Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. Thank you and have a good evening.
Can you talk about where the Amari is, do you know?
All right, you just heard from a Metro lieutenant there. Terrell Rhodes, the mother's boyfriend, has been booked for the murder of Amari Nicholson, the 2-year-old who went missing last week. And in a new bit of information coming out from that, at one point he fought with police, physically fought with police, and grabbed an officer's firearm. They're still asking for the public's help, and they are asking you to call Crime Stoppers if you have any information, 702-385-5555. What we don't know right now is what the motive would have been to kill this child, or where the child's body is, what the circumstances are with that. Let's bring out Joe Vigil right now. He is at Metro headquarters. Joe, quite a surprising turn of events here today. There was always going to be conflicting stories in this as it played out. All right, so
here live at police headquarters, and police just gave a very terse news conference. What they did say is Amari Nicholson's disappearance case is a homicide case, and say they have booked the mother's boyfriend, Terrell Rhodes, for his murder. Officers just did say that Terrell Rhodes apparently struggled with officers at one point when they were trying to make this arrest, and he was able to get a gun, but they defused that situation, and that is pretty much all police have said. We don't know anything about Amari's body, where his body might be, what Rhodes is saying to police. Now, we do know that the mother talked to police a little while ago today and said that Terrell confessed to this murder. That's what she said, and she said she would talk later. So apparently she was here, or still here, at police headquarters. So let's give you a little background on what's been happening since last Wednesday when this happened. So first of all, Amari Nicholson is 2 years old, and he disappeared last Wednesday from the Emerald Suites apartments, and that's where the mother and the boyfriend were living at the time. So this is the 6th day of the search. Now, we understand that hundreds of people have searched. The aunts, the sisters of the father who lives in Reno, they are here. They have been searching. They have been asking for the public's help to find this missing little boy. We also understand that this, again, happened on Wednesday, so he's been missing since Wednesday, and the search has been going on since then. So again, the mother saying to us that Terrell Rhodes has confessed. Again, that is her boyfriend, and the investigation continues. So there's still a lot of unanswered questions at this point. What was the motive? What happened? Where is Amari Nicholson at this point? So the investigation continues, but police being very, very tight-lipped about information going out. They are asking the public if they have any information about this to please contact them. So we'll continue sitting here. We'll gather more information for you. We'll stay here at police headquarters and, of course, give you any updates. Reporting live at police headquarters, Joe Vigil, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
For a number of days now, volunteers, different crews, family members of Amari Nicholson have been searching around the place where he was reported missing at the Emerald Suites. We're going to send it over to Fox 5's Drew Andre with the latest on the search and any reaction from loved ones out there.
Well, hey, Jacqueline. Yeah, we are here outside the Emerald Suites, which is just east of the Strip. Now, this has been kind of the base camp for the search, and as we've been out here over the course of the last 6 days as well, right now there is no family that is out here or any of the search team that we can tell, at least here at the Emerald Suites. But what we do know is this was the last place that 2-year-old Amari was seen. He was staying with Terrell Rhodes, as Joe mentioned, the boyfriend of Amari's mother, and that was the last time he was seen. And as police just said in the press conference, they mentioned that from very early on in the investigation, they knew there were suspicious circumstances, and Terrell Rhodes became a suspect very early on in this investigation because we did know that he was the last person that was with Amari because they were staying here at this hotel. But again, we still don't know where the body of Amari is, and we're expecting to get a lot more details coming up. But right here, it appears that, of course, the search, at least for now, has ended here at the Emerald Suites. Back to you.
It is terribly sad out there. Has there been any kind of, people coming around just to maybe pay respects to the last place where this child was last seen? And we still don't know at this moment where Nicholson is, where physically his body is.
Well, that's right, John. No, as of right now, we haven't seen anyone that's come by. I would assume that this could happen in the near future, later tonight, later this afternoon, now that this information has come out. But as I mentioned, this was the base camp for the search here for 2-year-olds Amari. But of course, as more loved ones potentially, or just people that have been involved in the search, the hundreds of people that have been a part of this, we will let you know if they arrive here, and of course, anything else we're able to find out about what this area may still have to do with this investigation. John?
We will bring you the latest on this throughout Fox 5 News at 5. Thank you so much, Drew, for the updates.
Let's send it out right now to Joe Vigil. He's at Metro headquarters. Joe, what do you have?
That's right, John. So we just heard this news conference. It was very, very short. But what they did confirm, important information, this is a homicide, and they have booked the mother's boyfriend for the murder of 2-year-old Amari Nicholson. And police just said a little bit ago that there was some kind of scuffle when they went to arrest him. He was able to, I believe I heard correctly, that he got a gun away from an officer, but that situation was quickly diffused, and this arrest has been made. But so many questions. I mean, where is Amari Nicholson? Where is his body if he indeed is now a murder victim? What was the motive for this? What happened at the Emerald Suites? Those are questions we just don't know. And you will remember I talked to the mother and Terrell Rhodes back on Wednesday when this all happened. And the story was this, and it had a lot of people confused. So she went to Colorado to visit her mother, taking care of her after being apparently bitten by a dog. So she was in Colorado. Terrell Rhodes was here at the Emerald Suites where they live, taking care of Amari. And the biggest confusion I think most people have about all of this is that she was telling him at one point that, hey, someone's stopping by, someone's coming over, but she never said who was coming over, and she also never said why they were coming over. So Terrell Rhodes basically took that, this is what he's telling me, by the way, took that as somebody was coming over. So he told me he gets a backpack ready, he starts to get things ready for Amari Nicholson to leave, and then as a woman approaches the door who described herself as a family member, and then they just took Amari. He says he made it a point to tell me that he did not give the child to the woman, but she took him. But then after this happened, he couldn't explain, anything about the description. What was there a car? What was he wearing? Nothing like that. And he said that he searched around the Emerald Suites, which again, that was a confusing story for a lot of people. And as you heard from police, there are suspicions about this case, pretty early on. So again, that was the interview that we did last Wednesday. So again, if you're just tuning in, we're live here at police headquarters. Again, a news conference by police confirming now that the disappearance of Amari Nicholson is indeed a murder case, no longer a disappearance. But again, we don't know where the body is. We don't know what happened. But again, these are questions that we hope to answer soon. And police, again, if you're watching out there, are asking the public, if you know any information, you have any information, they want you to contact them. And the case is still obviously ongoing, so they're still looking for the public's help tonight.